Hi, welcome back to this YouTube channel and my eBay sellers account, GB Hatchery. Today we have a product specific video. This is the Logitech G300S optical mouse. This is a USB connected mouse with an optical sensor, and it has a lot of features for the price that is asked. So here we are. It is a 1 millisecond latency mouse. It is 2500 DPI resolution. And I think the biggest and neatest thing is it has 9 buttons. It does have some gaming software so that you can customize these buttons and change how fast it moves on screen. This is a brand new one in the pack. I haven't even opened this yet. But this one we've had around the house for quite some time. It gets regular use and it's holding up excellent. I can tell you that for sure. It's definitely holding up. It's not really even holding any dirt either. It does have this nice, well, it looks like there's a few scratches on it there, but it has this rubber texture on the outside here. And this is actually not a very big mouse. If you're looking for a mouse that is not huge, you can see that we're at about, about 2.5 inches that way. And long ways, we're at about, 4.5 inches. So it's not tiny. If you work on, say, an oil rig and you have huge hands and you can bust loose a 10-inch pipe, maybe you would want to get a bigger mouse. But if you have somewhat regularly sized hands, this mouse is not horrible. And you can use your left or your right hand, depending on if you are left or right-handed, because it's pretty much symmetrical. And there are buttons on the side which are super handy. So if you are into gaming or even just browsing, say you want to make this your browser back button, you can quickly hit it and you can go ahead and I have a burn on my hand. I was cooking, so also for like Minecraft, if you want to get in and out of your menus, although that might be one of these buttons. Any kind of gaming, you have these that you can customize. So if there's a button like escape, you want to look at your settings for your graphics, you can go this way. You can make one go back. You could just totally make these two your graphics. You go into graphics, escape, and then when you're done, you go back, press it again, I guess. But you can set it up any way you want, and there's software that comes with it. You download it off the internet, and it is blue. There's another one that's just the G300, I believe, without the S, and it's colored differently, but I think it has pretty much all of the same functions. So if you do not like this color scheme with the blue bottom, I think it's the G300 that does not have the S that will look just a little bit different, and this, it doesn't say, it says Logitech here instead of just a big G. It says Logitech, or Logicool, I think it says, Logicool. Something like that. So, seeing how good this was working, I had been using a mouse for a long time. So I had been using this for like 10 years. This is an older one. This is a BD58 wheel mouse. I mean, this is just crummy. This is what it's going to be replacing. It's not crummy by design. It started to get a little bit to where this button stopped working for a little bit, and now it's working again. So the Logitech is pulling through. But this is like a 10-year-old mouse. So I feel good about getting another Logitech mouse due to that. And when I saw the buttons on the side, I've been getting into games and VR. And one in particular is Microsoft Flight Simulator in VR. And once you're in VR, it's kind of hard to get to the keyboard. But if you could set up your mouse to where some functions up here are taken care of, just anything you could set up on the keyboard, whatever the keyboard, say there's a hot button on the keyboard, you could make this your hot button. So that's really neat. And it has the scroll. These buttons, they don't really have a hinge. Like this plastic just bends. But it's not hard to do. It's not hard to press. Now this one seems a little bit louder than this one. This one's brand new. But I feel like this one will sound exactly like that one after some use. So I've listened to them at night. They're not super quiet. If you're looking for like an extremely quiet mouse, then this may not be the one for you. It's not going to set off your clapper. If you have one of those clappers that turns things on and off by the sound of a clap, it's not going to set that off, but it does have a decent clicking sound, but it's one you can count on to know that it clicked and it's going to do what you want it to do on screen. If you hear that click and it didn't do what you wanted to do on screen, you know you have a problem with your computer. So that's good for that. It has a really nice feel to it for your hand. They have the ergonomic ones that are kind of going up like this. But as far as a regular mouse goes, this is about as ergonomic as I can see getting. Now my hand, if you were going to measure your hand, I'm at like 7 inches or so. So if you have, if your hand is 12 inches from your wrist over, then it doesn't mean that this will not work, but it's just going to feel smaller to you. You're going to be more like down here while I'm up here. But I'm not gonna say count it out because it's a really nice mouse, and it would just be like going a little bit smaller. A lot of those ergonomic ones are already kind of getting smaller feeling anyway. So the thing about the ergonomic ones is you're pressing sideways, and I think you could actually change. I don't know if you've seen them, but they're like this, but they're up like this, and the sensor is more toward the bottom. And when you press, it seems like you could change your position. So it could be frustrating. You go somewhere and you press click and you're moving. This way you press down. So you really have for games that are like shooters, where you would need to aim very quickly, this could be an excellent mouse. Now, as far as competitive shooters, I'm not going to vouch for necessarily being the most competitive and the most accurate, but it does have 2500 DPI. It is 1 milliseconds latency. It says report rate. Fast and fluid. So honestly, they always have a product that is just like the best bang for the buck, where they give you so much for a decent price and then they just make millions of them. And I think this mouse is that product as far as mice go. So with that, I'm super happy to have it. I recommend it. My kids use it for Minecraft. I'm going to use it for my gaming. I'm going to use it for business. It's going to be, and has been, and it will continue to be an awesome mouse in our family. So I just wanted to make this video, show it off, let you know about it, and recommend it, and also tell you about my eBay store, GB Hatchery. I sell a lot of items there on eBay. If you'd like to, you can follow the link in the description and check that out. Thanks for watching. I hope you're safe and healthy, and I will see you in the next video.